If you still think Lexus means big sedans, RXs at the mall, and silent highway miles, the 2027 Lexus LBX is the little troublemaker parked on a tight city street asking a rude question. Can a car this small still feel like a real Lexus? Or is it just an expensive badge on a dressed-up city hatchback? Because that's the whole tension here. The LBX is the smallest Lexus ever. It shares bones with regular Toyota hardware. It's aimed at dense European and Asian cities where parking spaces are measured in centimeters, not acres. So either it proves Lexus can shrink without losing its identity, or it becomes Exhibit A in the brand dilution argument. From the outside, the LBX does not apologize for being compact. It leans into it. You don't get SUV theater and fake muscle. You get something that looks like a sharp, slightly angry urban hatch with a premium twist. The classic spindle grille has been toned down and cleaned up into more of a spindle shape, framed by slim LED headlights and crisp DRLs that give it a serious stare in a very small footprint. The proportions are what sell it: short overhangs, genuinely compact length, and just enough height to feel like you're in a crossover, not a wagon. From the side, a strong shoulder line, a slightly kicked-up window graphic, and tight, almost flush wheels make it look expensive. That's important. There are a lot of small crossovers that look cheap. The LBX looks like someone shrunk a Lexus on purpose, not by accident. Walk around to the back and you get a full-width LED light bar, tidy tailgate, and a bumper that doesn't try to be a fake diffuser. No exhaust tips hanging out. Just a clean, planted rear end that tells you it belongs more in an old European city center than on a trail. Open the door, and this is where the whole "is it really a Lexus?" question either dies or lives. You sit down and immediately feel it. This is definitely not a Yaris with nicer seats. The driving position is a little higher than a hatch, but not SUV tower high. Perfect for weaving through traffic and seeing over parked cars without feeling like you're trying to intimidate anyone. The dash wraps around you with real design, not just straight lines and hard plastics. In front of you, a digital instrument cluster that actually looks designed, not copy-pasted from a base Toyota. In the center, a clean, responsive touchscreen with Lexus's latest software, simple menus, big icons, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and just enough physical buttons underneath for climate and quick access so you're not living in sub-menus. The materials are where Lexus quietly wins. Soft touch on most of the upper surfaces, nice textures where your knees and elbows hit, available leather or high-quality synthetic with proper stitching and patterns that look like someone cared. Ambient lighting, not trying to be a nightclub, just giving the cabin a warm glow at night. You close the door. It thunks, not clacks. Outside noise drops more than you expect in a car this size, and that's when you start to think, okay, this is a Lexus. Space is the honest part. No, it's not secretly a TARDIS. It's a small crossover. Up front, you're good. Adults have plenty of room, the seats support you properly, and there's enough adjustment that taller drivers don't feel punished. In the back, 2 adults will be fine for normal trips. 3 across is possible but a squeeze, and kids will absolutely own this space. It's not a road trip bus for 5. It's a city-first Lexus that can still handle a weekend away with friends if you pack like adults, not like influencers. Pop the tailgate and you see the mission clearly. You get a useful square cargo area big enough for groceries, luggage for 2 or 3, a stroller, camera gear, the real stuff people in cities carry. Fold the rear seats and suddenly your little Lexus can eat flat-pack furniture or a bike without the front wheel. The LBX isn't pretending to be huge. It's just incredibly honest about maximizing what it has. Under the hood, the story isn't horsepower bragging, it's attitude. By 2027, the LBX is living in full hybrid territory. Think a small petrol engine paired with an electric motor and battery. Tuned for smoothness and fuel economy first, punch second. Front-wheel drive standard, with all-wheel drive available in some markets where weather or hills demand it. On paper, the numbers are fine. In real life, here's what matters. You hit the start button, it wakes up silently. You roll through your neighborhood on electric power, then the engine slides in so gently you have to check the gauge to notice. In city traffic, the LBX feels light, quick off the line, and annoyingly easy to thread through gaps big SUVs won't even attempt. You're not winning drag races, but you're winning every time you skip a fuel stop. Around town, the fuel gauge barely moves. On the highway, the hybrid settles into a relaxed, quiet cruise. You bought a Lexus. The drivetrain behaves like it knows that. Driving it is where the LBX might surprise you most. Steering is light but accurate, perfect for tight streets and quick lane changes. The suspension is tuned to take the edge off broken pavement and speed bumps without turning the car into a floaty mess. There's enough body control that you can actually enjoy a twisty road on the edge of town. Not with insane speed, but with that, I'm in something well-sorted feeling. Noise? This is where the Lexus DNA really shows. Most small crossovers sound cheap and tinny when you push them. The LBX has proper insulation, tasteful engine calibration, and just enough hybrid help that you spend a surprising amount of time in near oscillance for something this small. You hear the world outside, but it feels a step removed. Tech and safety aren't afterthoughts either. You get the full Lexus Safety System suite, adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist, pre-collision braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-A traffic alert, and a good camera system so you're not guessing where your bumpers are in tight parking bays. But more important than the list, in day-to-day driving, the LBX genuinely feels like it's helping you out, not nagging you. So who is this really for? Not the person who wants to flex at the country club, not the family of 5 doing cross-continent trips. The 2027 Lexus LBX is for someone who lives where space is expensive. Narrow streets, tiny garages, parallel parking everywhere. Someone who could buy a normal Toyota small SUV but decides, no, I actually care what it feels like in here. I want it to be quiet, I want it to be nice. And I want the badge to mean something. Price-wise, in markets where it's sold, the LBX is going to live above a loaded Yaris Cross or small Toyota hybrid, but below a full-fat UX or bigger Lexus SUVs. It's not the cheap Lexus, it's the smart small Lexus. You're paying for refinement and brand, not just leather and LEDs. So here's the real question. In 2027, does a tiny Lexus make more sense for your life than a big anonymous crossover, or does shrinking the badge shrink the brand for you? If you enjoyed this look at the 2027 Lexus LBX, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Grab on Cars, and tell us in the comments, would you daily a small Lexus like this in your city, or are you still in the Lexus should be big and plush camp? Thanks for watching. Drive safe, park smart, and we'll see you in the next one.